if you're visiting Tirupati and can drive an extra 30 minutes, or if you're in Chennai and can drive 2 hours, you can visit Kalahasti, which is India's ancient hub for beautiful hand-painted fabrics. Also known as chintz, this was the fabric that swept through England and Europe in the 1700s, and it's made right here in our backyard. Where is Kalahasti and how to get there? Visiting a Kalamkari workshop, how is Kalamkari made, FAQs, where to buy and pricing, where to learn more. Where is Kalahasti and how to get there? I'm from Mumbai and I found a direct Indigo flight between the new Navi Mumbai airport and Tirupati airport. It takes about 2 hours, no stops. From Tirupati, a taxi will take you easily to Sri Kalahasti. It costs about 1200 rupees and takes 30 minutes. Sri Kalahasti is quite a famous temple town, set along the beautiful Swarnamukhi river. It's said that minerals in this river produce these brilliant colors that the region is so famous for. Visiting a Kalamkari workshop, the most famous Kalamkari master here is Mr. Niranjan, who's invited all over the world to speak about his Kalamkari. Mr. Niranjan can show you his workshop, but he's often traveling for work. For instance, when I got in touch with him, he was away in New Zealand. Still, his number is below in case you want to get in touch. I instead connected to the Kalamkari store, which I found on Instagram. I know they do workshop visits and their salesman very kindly drove us 4 kilometers to their workshop. How is Kalamkari made? These workshops are very simple. A small one-story brick cottage with a backyard for boiling and dyeing fabric, and a few rooms where women paint Kalamkari. A lot of women are employed in making Kalamkari, by the way. This is a real fabric of the sisterhood. Famously, making Kalamkari is a 23-step process. Shout out to Neelaveni ji who took me through all the steps. Step 1. The plain fabric is bleached in a mixture of cow dung and water. This fabric is a mix of cotton and silk, known as Kora silk. Then rinse repeatedly in the Swarnamukhi river for 2 days. Then soak it in a plum seed and buffalo milk solution, which helps lock in the colors beforehand. You better enjoy that kind of sweet taste of milk, because the Kalamkari workshop smell of it, my clothes still smell of it, it's everywhere, it's very distinct. Then designs are sketched onto the fabric using scorched tamarind twigs. 2 main themes dominate Kalamkari designs: the earth and the heavens. You will either see loads of vines, flowers, birds, flowers, fruit, or these massive paintings, almost like murals of mythology. The sketch artists here know scenes from the Ramayana and the Mahabharata by heart, which they just sketch freehand. Then every line of the twig sketch is painted over with a strong black dye made at home by collecting iron scraps, jaggery and sea salt in a mud jar and burying it underground for 2 to 3 weeks. This produces that very intense dark color. Traditional Kalamkari uses this brush known as a kalam, Persian for pen, made by tapering stray cotton threads onto a bamboo reed. Now, 10 steps in, the colors actually begin. For crimson, the fabric is painted with what looks like a saffron dye, then boiled in a vat with special herbs till it turns crimson. This must be dried for 3 days and can be reboiled for darker reds. The blue comes from indigo. You can see here how it's being made out of a brick of indigo. Yellow comes from boiling marigold flowers, and colors can be mixed too. For example, here, yellow on top of blue produces green. I never used to think of Kalamkari as a luxury fabric till I actually began researching it. Till I realized that it takes multiple women boiling and dyeing and painting over sometimes as much as 2 to 3 weeks to make just one sari. If that isn't luxury, what is? FAQs. How can you tell authentic hand-painted pen Kalamkari? Often because of the errors. Look at this paint splotch here, or how it's bled over here. I love these flaws because they show that this is authentic hand-painted Kalamkari. How can you tell chemical dyes from real dyes? If you see enough saris, you'll start seeing that chemical dyes are much brighter than natural dyes. Anytime a fabric looks a bit neon, it's likely a chemical dye. In the workshop we visited, they were honest about the fact that they also use chemical dyes these days in some of the designs because it's a lot faster and it doesn't require prepping the fabric quite as much. How to tell the difference between pen Kalamkari and block printed Kalamkari? Near Kalahasti is another center called Machilipatnam, which is actually famous for block printed Kalamkari. But you can tell the difference by seeing whether the pattern all over the fabric is repeated a lot or if each part of it is kind of unique. See how here the same flower bit is repeated again and again, but on this pen kalamkari, each part of it is totally different. Where to buy and pricing? I would recommend the Kalamkari store in Srikalahasti because they're very helpful people and very transparent, which is really good if you're a beginner buyer. For instance, when I told them I wanted natural dyes only, they told me that in the whole shop, they only had 7 saris with only natural dyes. And they didn't try just like passing off a chemical dye sari onto me. I bought this sari from them, which is purely natural dyes. My one little personal thing is that I don't bargain. Once you see how much time and labor this takes, you know it's well worth the price. The other store I recommend is Vishali Kola. It's just a minute away and it's a designer boutique that makes really cool things with kalamkari. Jeans, purses, jackets. I got this wraparound skirt from Vishali Kola for 6,500 and this side tie top 2,500. I also got this beautiful dupatta of almost Japanese style cranes for 1800. If you want to learn more about kalamkari and how this part of the world, the famed Coromandel coast, literally shaped world history, check out my novel, The Lehenga Games. My book has an entire section devoted to Kalahasti and gives you even more like insider tips, whether you're a buyer or just a Kalahasti admirer. Oh, and you can also check out my TED Talk, How India Dressed the World, which won TEDx India. Links to both are in the video description. And follow my channel Unibrow Stories for more fun real Indian stories.